Hey, Gopher fans, it's another edition of Gopher Talk. I'm Mike Grimm with Gopher Radio and GopherSports.com. Our Gopher Talk is presented by Affinity Plus Federal Credit Union, a locally member-owned full-service financial invested in you. You can learn more at affinityplus.org. We thank our friends at Affinity Plus. They have been sponsoring our Gopher Talks now for almost 2 years. We're going to talk swimming and diving, and this time on the women's side, Megan Van Berkom is with us. She's a sophomore on the team. And first of all, hello to you, Megan.
Hi, thanks for having me.
All right. Well, you're off to a great start already this season. The season very young, but you've set 2 school records and you've already qualified for the NCAA championship tournament. Kind of take us through how pleased you are up to this point of the season.
I'm very, very pleased with this. Coming from last year, which was very rough for everybody, but the training was just so inconsistent and I didn't really know where I was at. And so now coming into the season, training consistently, coming in, having a great midseason meet, it's really brings the confidence up with like me and all the team that we know that we're at this point already.
You guys were hosting the event in which in 2 days, or maybe it was over a 3-day stretch, you set 2 school records. Take us through each of those records and kind of obviously those are 2 of your specialty events. Take us through, in terms of how that training has helped and what each race was like on the record setting day.
The first day I set the 2 IM record, which I've been doing a lot of IM training, which is kind of my specialty. I do the 2 and 4 IM. So the 200 IM was the first day, sorry. And the third day, then I set the 200 fly record, which is an event that I kind of just started doing when coming to college. My coaches, my freshman year last year, were like, you're going to be a butterflyer. So now I set that record, and I also swim the 4 IM, which I got second in, but I was still off of that record, but
yeah. And as as a swimmer, obviously you train, as you mentioned, now that you're getting consistent. I assume it was pandemic related and, with all the things going on last year, now hopefully things are a little closer to normal. How close do you pay attention to the records? And as you're swimming an event, do you know if you're really getting it done? Or is it one of those things you look up and you see the time and then it's like, oh, wow.
For me, I knew, especially the 2 fly record, because I felt like that was within reach for me. The 2 IM record, I obviously knew it, but I was not sure that I was going to be that close to it at this meet. So after prelims, I was like a second or so off of it. And that was like a huge drop from my best time from before. So I was like, oh, wow, that's getting close. So in finals for that one, I wasn't 100% confident I was going to get it, but then, and no, I didn't know how I was doing when I was swimming. I just finished and then like saw the record board and saw the scoreboard and like heard all my teammates, everyone cheering. And I was like, oh, wow. For the 2 fly, I was more aware of it because I'd been trying to get that one. And so I kind of could tell like during my final swim, like I'm having a good swim, like I'm not dying, I'm keeping like a good pace and everything. So
And once you mentioned your teammates and your coaches and everybody kind of once everyone realized what was that feeling like, and then what was the celebration like, and what is it like, when you set records, you or your teammates?
it was the best feeling hearing everybody cheer. And I got out of the water and was walking over to my team, and everyone came up and like hugged me, and my coaches were so supportive about it. And so that's a great feeling, having your team have your back when like you're doing well. And you just know everyone's going to be so happy for you.
Coming into the season, you mentioned after last year. Now, last year you made the NCAA tournament as well, and you had a pretty good freshman year. But it sounded like you were also still, kind of a choppy freshman year with everything going on, maybe outside of the pool. Coming into this year, did you have your mind set on some things, maybe these school records, and now that you've done this, maybe resetting them, and then long-term individually, because obviously this is one of those unique sports where there's a team score kept, but also individual scores. What are your goals now, as really the bulk of the season still lies ahead?
Definitely a big goal for me is making the top 8 at NCAAs. I think I do want to probably reset the 2 fly record and maybe potentially get the 4 IM record. But right now, since I already got 2 records, my biggest focus is placing at NCAAs.
And then from a team perspective, obviously, every time you're setting records, you're helping the team score. How good can this team be? I know it's had a long history of success over the years.
Yeah, I'm really, really excited for our team this year. I think we have a really strong, both sides, but women's team. We have a lot of good freshmen that came in, and I just think we have a very strong build to like all our strokes, all our events. We have a lot of good swimmers this year.
So for those of us that maybe casually follow swimming, we see it during the Olympics, we might come to a meet once a year or something like that. What is it that you guys work on throughout the week, and how careful do you have to be to not wear yourself out, and when do you time it to really get into some hard training and then also get ready for an approaching meet? Kind of take us through that process.
So we have 4 different groups. I'm in distance group. It's like distance freestyle and distance IM, which is what I focus on. So for my group, I do a lot of IM. Most of the days it's IM. We have 1 recovery practice a week, but we have double swims Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then lift swim Tuesday, Thursday. So we're in the pool a lot of the week, and I think most groups have 1 recovery practice. And then leading it into mid-season, we took like 5 days before and like kind of like tapered it down. So we were a little rested for that meet. But for most dual meets, we just swim right through them so that we can have like a good rest for Big Tens, NCAA's, end of season meets.
Yeah, very interesting. All right, so you're in year 2. Kind of take us through your track of from the state of Illinois as a high school swimmer to what brought you to the University of Minnesota and becoming a Golden Gopher.
Yeah, I started my search of colleges, and so my entire family lives here, my grandparents, everything, and my parents grew up here. So I was like, oh, I'll look into it. Like, I don't know, I was kind of just casually looking at schools, nothing serious yet. So I had a few calls, and I really, really, really liked the coaches, and I felt like the connection with the coaches and the swimmers was different here than anywhere else I had talked to. I felt like they actually wanted to get to know you, and the team was so close. So I came and took my visit, and that was true. I felt like the team was just like wanted you to be there, wanted to hang out with you, and the coaches, felt so different. The coach swimmer connection, like they want to get to know you outside of the pool. They want you to succeed everywhere in life.
And then I think I read in your bio that you're the first, I guess, what I'd call competitive swimmer in your family. What got you interested in swimming, and when did you realize at what age that you were pretty good and could maybe advance this into something beyond just a club or a high school level?
I was like 8, and I think I was doing swim lessons, and I really liked it. I was playing softball at the time also, which I didn't really like, but that's what my sister did, so I kind of just followed in her footsteps. And I did swim lessons, and I was like, I really like this. So my mom just like put me on the team, like the little summer team that they had. And then I just kept going. I guess I really liked it, so I just wanted to keep going. And then I think I realized I wanted to swim in college. It was pretty early. It was like freshman year. I feel like once recruiting started and everything came my junior year, it wasn't really a question of if I wanted to swim or not. It was kind of like, I know I want to.
And then at that point, it was where you would choose. And with your connection here you are and enjoying it. So you've got a little time down from meet standpoint here over the holidays. So we wish you the happiest of holidays. And then I know January, the calendar starts up again with the schedule. So we'll keep monitoring, and congratulations on the record so far and all the achievements and continued success.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
All right, very good. That is Gopher Talk with Megan Van Berkom, Golden Gopher women's swimmer. Our Gopher Talk is presented by Affinity Plus. You can find them at affinityplus.org. So long, Gopher fans.